Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to our Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Let's Play Adventure Extravaganza of awesomeness and fun times to be had here in the wonderful world of Aionios. And this is our first post-game video. I wrapped up the story as of recording yesterday, and oh boy, what a time that was. What a fantastic conclusion. I was left reeling from the revelation that when Rex said, "I love all you guys, so let's do it. You know, let's do this." He really meant it. He meant he loved all of them, and he wanted all of them to get together and do it, and apparently they did. That photo, let me tell you what, as soon as I wrapped up recording, I went and I laid down in my bed and I looked up that photo, and I looked up the memes, and I was scrolling through the comments, and people were going crazy, just like, "Oh my gosh, Rex is a Giga Chad. We made fun of him, but we got them all, boys." It's like a Pokemon game. I always loved Rex. I was never a Rex hater. But my gosh, seeing that Giga Chad of a photo with him just arms spread out, saying, "Yeah, look at this. I did this." Anyway, we're back. It is post-game, and we've got presumably more colonies to find. We've got more heroes to unlock, and we've got to get Nia and possibly Melia. I haven't checked Melia yet. I wouldn't know where to find her. But we're going to hopefully get them to join the party. She's probably in the Kavesi Castle, now that I think about it, or somewhere around in those parts. I need to know why Poppy
Where's the Queen?
is here.
Maybe she isn't there. But where is she then? Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, now that's what we expect to see her in.
Haven't worn this for a while. Still looks pretty natty though, eh, Nia, old fox? So tough to get around in those bloody formal duds. One false step and you fall flat on your face. I finally feel like I can be myself. Really cut loose, I love it. Oh!
Awkward.
What are you guys doing here?
We just, what are you?
Majesty, your clothes.
She looks fine. Nothing wrong with this.
Wait, just hang on. Give me a second here, alright?
I've seen her in way less. I played two.
Well met, all of you. Please accept my heartfelt welcome. I can offer you only a simple welcome today. But do please make yourselves comfortable. Is something the matter?
Doesn't it wear on you? Acting like that.
What? Noah? No, it's perfectly fine. Dispense with such concerns. Pray, let not my regal status prohibit you from presenting your inquiries. Please, speak your minds.
Yeah, this doesn't come naturally to her like it does Melia.
What's that get-up all about? Yes. Perhaps you would find my clothes rather curious.
I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, that's cool. No sweat.
Oh. No, it's nothing like that. Before, I told you all how the world was once divided into two, if you recall.
Yes, you told us when we first met. How could we forget that, Your Majesty?
These clothes belong to that era, when the worlds were two, unmingled. These raiments were created specially for me in that older realm.
So they're from your old world, Majesty?
Right. I suppose you could call it a keepsake of my motherland, if you like.
Motherland? Can you explain that word, please?
The place of my coming into existence in the world, of my infancy and upbringing. We called that our motherland.
Your Majesty's motherland? What kind of place could it have been?
Are you interested, Noah?
Yes.
I am. The subject seems so huge I can scarcely begin to imagine it. If it please you, I'd love to hear more about your world, Your Majesty.
Certainly. I'd be happy to. Well, to begin with, I ought to explain. Actually, now that I think it over, if I were to tell you the whole of the story, a full day and night might not suffice, I fear.
Yeah, a lot happened
In fact,
too.
I'm certain of it.
Oh, I see. Then I'm sorry to have made such an unreasonable demand of you. Well, maybe another time then.
Even then, surely you have important matters you ought to be taking care of. It won't do for me to detain you here.
Huh? Well, I suppose so, but...
Therefore, let us go forth together.
Yes!
Your Majesty, as you wish. Wait.
Forgive me, Your Majesty. I don't think we quite heard right.
I mean to say that I will accompany you on your travels. That way, I'll be able to continue my tales. Night and day, every day if needs be. I mean, that is not to imply that being cooped up here the whole time is as lonesome as it is tedious. Or that I'm well pleased with myself for inventing an elegant way-sneak excuse to get out. It's nothing like that at all. Please do not misinterpret it this.
No one was saying that anyway.
I suppose it may be a bit much, eh?
We weren't saying that either.
All right then, it's decided. A deal, shall we say?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Ah, yes!
Okay then. We humbly beg Your Grace, Your Majesty, or was that respectfully?
Oh, come now. No need for such formality. I ask only for your kind support, Noah. Oh, and from now on, I'd like you to address me simply as Nia. From now on, I'll be just another one of your ordinary fellow travelling folk.
Travel Aionios with Nia and discover special events across the world. I would love to! This is fantastic!
Oh, it's been so flippin' long!
Dude!
What I mean to
Mia,
say
of course.
is... Oh, forget it.
Okay. Class Life Sage, rolled Healer. The strongest of the healer classes, able to support the entire party, heals allies while dealing defense-ignoring damage to enemies. I guess we need to do a whole swap of everyone's current classes, because we all went to our original classes for the final battle, and now we start leveling some folks up. So it did say that she would be able to take care of the whole party, but we're going to keep Uni as a signifier to get that leveled up. And then I think we're going to actually move him down to here so that we will have a representation of that class in the party and everyone can start to warm up to the idea of leveling up that class. Look at her! Look at her! Oh my god. Actually, we kind of look similar. Actually, we look shockingly similar. What is with that? I mean, I guess we're both Gormati. You know, ready or Gormati. I don't know if there's... something I was going to ask earlier. Poppy. Why is Poppy in here? During the final battle, this entire thing transforms into a giant, like, mech to fight. Was that like a Poppy mech? Was that the idea, that Poppy was a part of that in some way? Because she could do that, you know, Giga Poppy or whatever the heck it was called in 2, where it wasn't actually her, she was just sort of remote controlling it, if I remember correctly. So is that the implication here as well? I don't know. I know that Nia sort of gave that thing a sideways glance when she mentioned a Nopon engineer that helped her build all of this, and we knew that that was a reference to Tora. I guess maybe he would have wanted Poppy sealed in here to make sure she was safe, or else maybe she was central and pivotal to the design. Honestly though, who can say for sure? It's crazy to me that literally the field you start the game in, above that, just Nia. Nia's just hanging out up here. What a crazy reveal. Okay, well now we gotta figure out where to go with her. And I don't know where to start. I suppose going to places that are 2-ish. So, I mean, maybe if we go to... If we go down here close to the Orion Titan, are we looking for like question marks or exclamation marks or spy glasses or something? I'm just trying to think like where could we go that would need... Oh, you know what? Hold on. Can we go to... What about Ascension? There's a lot of question marks around here. Maybe that's what we need to do. Because this would be her, like, castle?
I haven't been here for a while.
I bet you haven't. Can you explain?
The look on Gondor's face when she sees you.
Gondor.
Yeah. Can you explain what, like, how this place came to be? Because there was no castle in 2. Also, can you tell me more about Rex? Whatever went on there.
Oh, what do you plonkers want now?
Hey, come on. Don't be like that. We're just here to say hi.
Huh? What's that? You got time on your hands, have you? Huh? Why? If it isn't... I believe this is the first time we speak directly, isn't it, Ghondor? Can someone tell me what the hell's going on? What's the Queen of Agnes doing here? Oh, hang on. I suppose we are in Agnes Castle right now. So, maybe it's not so weird to see you here. But what I don't get is, why does the Queen of Agnes seem to know about me? That's... Well, it's a long story. The Vandham name, and those that bear it, have a deep meaning for me.
Do
You
they?
mean my family? In the past, we were saved by a man called Vandham. He taught us a lot about life and what it was we were called to do. It's
So there
no
is a connection
exaggeration
there.
to say that without him, there would be no me.
Huh? A real deep connection between Nia and Gondor's fam. Spooky.
The memories of it are all but lost now. These were events of the distant past. Oh. More to the point, seems you dads have gotten pretty used to chumming up with royalty, like it's no big thing.
Well, Nia asked us to treat her that way. Like another one of the gang.
Come on, Gondor. Surely you more than anyone wouldn't expect us to mince our words around Nia.
Wind your neck in, will ya? Nothing wrong with how I talk. Oh, you're so bold and unabashed. I simply adore it. I suppose I am. I mean, you've passed through the conflict with the false queen, maintained order in the castle. There are a lot of things that came about because of your blood, sweat, and tears, Ghondor. Huh? Well, that's a real heck of a compliment. Too much for the likes of me, maybe, you Madge. All I reckon we really did was set a few boundaries to stop things going daft. I don't have a clue about your Agnian folks, though. You're just being humble, Ghondor. Please, there's no need for it. It's not easy to earn people's trust, to maintain the balance. And you do all that while still remaining natural, unadulterated Ghondor. Oi! I'm basically an adult. I'm almost... Oh, forget it.
Ghondor, you really soften up when you get a few kind words, don't you?
Huh? Who you calling soft? I hope Agnes can count on your continued support. I mean, what I'd really like to be saying right now is bite me. But since I got a real deal queen going to all the trouble of asking me, I guess I've got to at least consider the request a bit. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, Ghondor. As the nominal lady of Agnes Castle, I bestow upon you my sincere admiration for fulfilling the... Hey! Whoa! Enough already! It's like you want to make me squirm.
Ah, there's our Ghondor.
Just shut up, will you? We're done talking about me, alright? You Ouroboros assholes, mind your own beeswax, alright? I better not hear you've been holding the Queen back. You're a real goofy bunch, aren't you? Just being around your counts as a hazard.
Pot calling the kettle black much there, Ghondor love?
Okay, that's one of 4. I thought another one we might go to would be, and I don't know, there's a question mark over here we can go check real quick. I don't know if it's affiliated. This just looks like a random person. A seeker? Probably not going to be. I reckon we're looking for question marks that trigger a response as soon as we reach them. I thought about maybe going back to the city, because there's the statues of the founders, and a few of those stood out to me as maybe being references to previous games. So, really not sure where else to go. I mean, here and there, really the only 2 ideas I've had. We might end up maybe looking them up here in a bit, but we're going to try to avoid that as long as possible. Where is this city? There it is, city interior. We do have a question mark here for a quest-related event, and this is the Remembrance Stones, and this is an unsolved riddle, so might as well plop ourselves down right here and see what we get. Alright, Nia, what do you think about this corner right here? Actually, that looked like a corpse on the ground. Is there a corpse here? Oh, this seems unrelated. Oh, no, they're not dead yet. They're not a corpse yet. Are you alright? It's my chest. It kind of hurts to breathe. Wait a sec. Group heal! It looked like it's still hurting. Did it not work? If arts aren't having any effect, we should bring her to the medical facility. The doctor will know what to do. Right. We could do that, okay, but
New friends.
I'm actually, that's not what I'm here for, and I think I've actually traveled to the wrong part of the city for what I wanted to do. Oh, there we go. That's where we want to go, down there where all those spy glasses are located. Wait a minute, what is that actually where I'm trying to get to right there? I mean, look, we'll come back to that. Yeah, I'm real concerned about the lady who's having some sort of chest pains.
I might need a moment to reflect.
Oh, good. What are you going to reflect on in here? Let's see you reflect on something. I'm excited.
Your Majesty, there you are.
Please, it's Nia. You aren't used to it yet, are you?
I'm sorry, Please forgive me. It's just...
It's fine. I may have taken my teasing a step too far there.
I hope what I'm about to say doesn't come out the wrong way, but...
Yes?
It's just... You're our queen. We believed you were the one that gave us all life, and that we'd return to you in the end. You were like this awesome being high above. None of us could even dream of talking to you. And now you're just traveling along with us and chatting like it's an everyday thing. It's just really bizarre to me somehow. Like things have been switched around. It still feels a little strange.
Could it be that it just hasn't sunk in yet? I see. Well, it's the same for me.
What?
I'm sure I've told you this before, but please indulge me. While I was asleep in the Cloud Keep, I was getting information about what was happening in the world. So I knew long before that you were not M, but an independent being called Mio. But it was nothing more than information. I wanted to truly know you more than anyone else. But I couldn't touch you, couldn't make contact. I felt so close to you, but you were still this distant, far-off thing. It was so frustrating.
Why her specifically?
But right now, you're so close, I can reach out and touch you, speak with you even. I never thought the day would come. It's a truly strange feeling.
It's the same for me.
Indeed. It's amazing, really, the way things worked out, don't you think?
For sure. If I hadn't become Ouroboros, I'd never have had the chance to meet you, Nia. Sometimes a small pebble starts the avalanche which changes your whole future. Don't you think?
No, I don't think you can put it all down to chance.
Huh? What do you mean?
I think we met because we were supposed to, Mio. It was meant to be. Because, to me, you're...
Yes.
Hey! Mio!
No!
Nia!
Say it!
We're heading out soon, guys. Get a move on or you'll get left behind.
Okay, we're coming! Shall we go join the others?
Sure. Let's do that.
Wait, no!
Mio?
Yes?
I'm really glad we got to talk like this.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
Me too. Nia.
Folks! Come on! That's her daughter. That's her daughter. That's her daughter from the picture. That is her and Rex's offspring. She's been turned into a mote of light and recycled again and again and again. I bet you. You remember at the end of the game, after the end credits, when everything snapped back to, when that second finally passed and the centuries that took place in that second were behind us, and we started ticking on and we were back with Noah. In another time, well, not another time, in the other world, same thing happened with little bitty Mio and her mama, Nia. Oh, I guarantee you. Also, by the way, did you folks catch that Nia looked at the photo of all of her friends and said, oh my gosh, that's Giga Chad right there, isn't it? That's our guy. Hold on, let's read this real quick. Kasani, founder House Kasani, founders of Reed, the statue founder, mentor. Yeah, come on. Come on, that's Rex. Look at the hair and everything. The big rippling chest, he's just got done doing something. House Reed, yeah, that's definitely like a shulk. Did you notice that when she was looking at the photo of all of her friends, Nia said that I will be with you soon? That means that they're not dead. That means that the events of the creation of Origin took place not that long after 2 and 1, probably a number of decades, and they're still there. They're still out there. And if Mio is Nia's daughter, she would have probably been the same age. I mean, we don't know this, but we can assume around the same age that Noah was when the worlds froze. So when the worlds resumed, she would probably be about that same age, again. And Rex is still there, and she's one of Rex's daughters of the harem. I'm spitballing theories here. Look at them, they're related! They're very obviously related! Alright, where else on this map can we go that's going to spark any kind of really anything at this point? Got a quest-related event here, but I can't imagine that is related.
Those empty ruins.
Really? Well, frick! I'm doing good!
Nia? Everything all right?
This place you call Mactha Wildwood. Do you know anything about all the ruins and things scattered around here?
No, to tell the truth.
I never paid them any mind, I guess. But now you mention them, they do seem pretty weird.
Oh. Hey, is this also related to stuff from your old world, Nia?
That's a good guess, Senna. Not quite right, but you aren't far off.
Please, explain.
All right, I will. This is probably something you ought to know about. I told you before about Aionios' creation, right? Well, what I'm about to talk about goes back much further into the past than that.
You mean when the worlds were one?
The people of that time had access to absolute power, using it to create and enjoy a flourishing civilization.
Conduit.
But in the end, they started to fight each other for control over that very power. And because of that, the power became a calamity and ripped the world in two. What we're looking at now is the remnants of the destruction that humanity has wrought. So the true meaning of all this ruin is to stand as a monument to the history that created this world.
If you really think about it, we human beings are the cause of all of it.
I don't get it. Why fight till everything burns?
The answer is because they were afraid.
Afraid of what?
Afraid of ending. All life, all civilizations and cultures, everything comes to an end in time. Of course, humans are part of the world too. We can't escape that rule either. But people never stop looking for a way, even if it means going beyond the rules. Eternity. That's what they were searching for.
Eternity.
If the present moment carries on forever, then the end will never come. That's eternity. With that, the miserable decay that you're looking at now would never come to pass. I think you probably all know the rest of the story already. Why this world that we're in now is called Aionios, the realm of eternity.
Zed also wants eternity, just as the people did back then.
But, I mean, even though they were longing for eternity, to sacrifice so many lives to achieve it, it can't be right.
I agree. We might get hurt, and someday we'll be gone. But we have to keep moving forward in spite of all that. That's what it means to live, right, Nia?
Yes, exactly right. That must be clear to you all now. You should hold on to that vision of life. Cherish it as you go forward. Keep that in your heart so that you never repeat the mistakes of the past.
Getting the deep lore out here today, as well as the big philosophical. Hey, is that the castle down there? You just barely see the outline on the horizon. I wonder if Melia is there. Okay, well now we get to once again go through the maps region by region. So let's see. We've had one up here in Agnes Castle. We've had one in the Atia region. We've had one in the city. Wait. No, we didn't have one in the Atia region. That's where we got her. So Fornis region. Probably not the Cadencia region. I'm sorry, I guess the Cadencia and Fornis seem like the two most likely. There's a bunch of them over here, but those have been there, so I don't think those are new. There's one here, and then there's one up here. I think both of those have been there. I know that one over there has been there. There's one down here that I found. Here's the thing. I'm thinking there's got to be one within view of the Orion Titan, because that is the biggest physical object that I can think of from 2. So we'll start here, and if that's not it, then I don't know what we'll do next. Okay, well that must have been it, because we immediately faded into a cutscene. That or it's a different thing.
Ah, the scent of Sophronia. This takes me back.
Does it?
Takes you back? You mean you know what this is?
Yes, of course. Sophronia trees used to grow in the world that I came from, you see.
Huh? For real? So that's where Sophronia trees come from. Who'd have guessed?
That's not all. What you call the Orion Mountains came from my world too.
Whoa, seriously? I always thought they were funny-shaped mountains.
I mean, now they're mountains. Back then, they weren't so picturesque.
Are there more places like this? Stuff that we don't know the true origin of?
Actually, yes. In fact, I dare say, pretty much everywhere you've seen till now.
Makes sense. If you hadn't been here, we'd have just walked right past like it was no big thing.
I suppose it's good for you all to know about how things were in the old world. Well, now you've got all this new perspective, why not have a look back at the path you already traced?
Looking back at where we came from, that could be a really valuable experience.
Yes. Please, give it some thought. The path that you're on now will lead you to the future that you've dreamed of.
I feel like we were supposed to do this one first. I feel like this makes a lot more sense as a first one we stop at and then we go back along the way that we've journeyed. But I think the thing that we need to do now is find ourselves a campsite and discuss all of these matters. Do we think that the game is going to be cruel and make me read this? Because it is a campfire conversation, and generally speaking, it makes me read those. And I'm hoping it'll be different because Nia's... Okay, so what we got next? Good question. Nia, anywhere you still want to go? Huh? You're asking me? Right. If there's something you've been wanting to do or see, please let us know. Oh, I mean... no, I lost it. Wherever you're headed, it's fine by me. Come on, Nia, speak your mind. After all, we've been dragging you about all over the shop. Time for you to choose our next move. It's really kind of you all to say that, much appreciated. But actually, what I said before, I really meant it. Wherever you go, I will follow. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Traveling together with you, even if we're not headed anywhere in particular, well, that's more than enough fun for me. Huh, okay, well, whatever. If that's what Nia wants, then so be it. There's no need to decide on a destination right now. Why don't we all just think it over for a while? Yes, just give it some consideration then. Excuse
Shall we put
me?
our heads together on this?
Okay, so what do we got next? Good question. Nia, anywhere... Really? We just did this. We just did this! Why did it even allow us the opportunity to do it again? It's back again! Okay, we're leaving the menu. We're just gonna leave the entire thing. I'm so confused. This is very odd. This is very, very odd. I don't understand why she doesn't want to... I mean, we... Hold on a minute. So... It's not like we've got any open hero quests. Maybe it depends on where we ask her? Well, let's go back to the Kavesi Castle region. Because I have a theory that we'll probably find... Melia around these parts somewhere. And I do see a question mark here, as well as a question mark down. Oh, no, that's a hammer. Alright, then in that case, we'll come up to this one. And I guess possibly the first fire pit that we find, we just sit down, chat it out, see if she's interested in progressing the plot any. Don't know why she's being like this. Maybe we need to fight something first. We'll beat some plain hawks. They're not knuckle hawks. They're pretty bland, plain hawks. But, I mean, if anything, that's all for the better. Yeah, I'm not fighting a Gran Ropal. I'm not in the mood. Especially not one that's literally less than half our level. I got things to do. We gotta see if there's a Melia around here. Oh, fine. It's not like it's gonna take long. Hey, 44 whopping XP. Pats on the back all around for that one.